Oh, man. Oh, God, Deluxe, it stinks.
Fab Studios presents Figure Action. That one's me.
No, Deluxe Baldwin's not actually here tonight. He was supposed to be here tonight, but he ended up getting Rodimus Primal over on his channel. So after you're done watching us here live, check that out on his channel. He said, well, maybe I can join y'all afterwards. But
catch him on the rebroadcast. You need to see that live.
Yeah. No, because you want to be here live with us because it's Thursday night. It's 9 o'clock. It's Figure Action time. And if you're watching us here live, make sure you pop into that live chat over there. We've got lots of cool folks hanging out with us tonight, as always. And Kilbasa, slam that like button. Make sure if you're not subscribed, you hit that subscribe button. You ring that notification bell to see when we come out with extra content. I've been streaming lately. We've got some giveaways coming out. We got to hammer out how we're going to give away Nate's 3 prize packages, or is it 4?
His assortment of prize packages.
Yeah. But Nate's got some awesome stuff to give away. Make sure you check out Nate's Toys and Collectibles. Make sure you check us out on Teespring. That's teespring.com, and look up the Fap Shop. I believe it's Fap Shop 2, but check out the description where you can find out where all of us are outside the show, and also get that link to Teespring. And you know what? I think maybe we'll give away another shirt in the next coming couple of weeks here. Get everybody excited about spring because it's around the corner. We got most of the crew here. I don't know where Dave went, but
Dave's internet died.
Dave's internet died. Okay, we had Dave for a minute, but we have some cool stuff to talk about. Chinese New Year is here, so third-party news is kind of in the tubes, but there's some cool stuff coming out domestically. We're gonna cover it all tonight. Excited to be here. I guess we'll get into. How you doing? Where you at? Starting off with T-Man 978 with a very shiny new headset. T, how the hell are you? And did you get anything cool this week?
I am awesome. I got this headset. This is one thing. I got the Pulse 3D headset, which is cool. And I got my replacement pit.
Why did you need a replacement?
Yeah, because when I opened the original one, I was like, oh, it kind of has a butterfly joint. Let's see how far I can get that to go. Then I moved it like this, snap.
Oh, man.
And you made a sound just like Colossus in the X-Men arcade game.
Remind me of that.
I want to say that you just you stared at it for a few minutes, and
pretty much.
Know,
I was like,
boom,
boom, boom, boom.
I wanted a picture of it. That was going to be the skit.
But the only thing about that is the arm didn't break all the way off. It was like just dangling. So I just threw it back in the box and was like, Only bad thing is Amazon Japan. So here's a warning about Amazon Japan. If you have to return something or get a replacement, it costs $100 to send something DHL. That's what they want you to send it. Sony and Peak for Life claim that they were able to get reimbursed. I'm like, y'all need maybe I need to give it to y'all and y'all do it.
Well, remember when my MP44 had the issues and I tried sending it back?
Yeah, both of them said that they replaced both of their MP44s and they got reimbursed. Yeah, I'm like, it says none of that on the website for me.
They got reimbursed for the shipping?
Yeah, something like a COD.
Man, that's a dicey ordeal for $100 price tag, man. I don't know.
Right. And I'm like, the thing cost less with shipping and the toy. It was under like $20 under $100. So now I got to just pay over $100 for just shipping.
The flip side is that like $10 free shipping from Amazon Japan is a hell of a deal.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Like the worst case scenario is it might be $15 or close to $20, but that's way better than $100. And the price will still be cheaper than PBTS sometimes. But I think that's all I got. So we can skip to Partsformer.
Matt, how the hell are you? And did you get anything cool?
It's a light week this week. I'm great. nothing of note. Shout out to everybody that's in Texas dealing with all their bullshit. No effort, and we know that Toy Dojo and a bunch of places are based out of there. So you guys stay safe, and hope you get your crap back together.
I think Jose Cortez is out there too, if I'm not mistaken.
All you guys out there, hope everything works out sooner rather than later for you. As for me, I got something zazzy and something jazzy. So I ended up getting from the T-Man. I won his secret domino contest that y'all didn't know about. He gave away one on his channel, and he secretly gave away one to me. So I have a domino. This is my first experience with the higher price point Marvel Legends, the Fox series, and thoroughly impressed. Definitely, the extra $5 certainly you can see where it goes to for sure. With the
there's an irony to pointing out the extra $5 here. That
the price that was paid for this.
Yes.
Well, this was a gift, so I'm not going to concern myself with that. I'm just happy to have it in my collection because she got a nice booty. But there you go. So I got her. That's something zazzy, and then something jazzy. I caved and picked up Studio Series Jazz. I asked briefly before I bought him what the guys thought. That's a good idea. I could probably get someone I know very close to me an outfit like that. Okay.
So this is
if I show that off in a haul a few weeks from now, you'll know that it all went down. Anyway, so I got me a Studio Series Jazz. I asked the guys in the chat what they thought about this guy compared to the other Studio Series. I knew I wasn't going to get Blur because he didn't do anything for me. This guy is my third favorite Studio Series no, I own 4 of them. He's my 4th favorite Studio Series. He's probably my least favorite one that I've got, but he's still really good, and I'm glad I've got him. But that's it. That's my haul. The other thing that's not a haul is this guy. I've been messing with this guy all week. He is infinitely messwithable.
All right, put him down. That's enough. I don't have it yet.
So with that having been said, let's then send it to a man that has been jerked around so much that he has a case of the blue malls. Jordan, how are you this week?
I am doing fantastic. So I had a pretty good birthday weekend. when I mean to embiggen myself and I accidentally removed myself from the stream, I had a good birthday weekend. Friday I took off, went and saw a movie. I saw The Little Things in the theaters. That's a good movie, actually. If you're on HBO Max, I'm a big advocate for seeing movies in the theater. So recommend it. And had my birthday dinner. I had some other things come in the mail. Like Matt, I got this dude last week, and he is infinitely playable. Sorry, T. But yeah, he's really fun to pose around, and I'm looking forward to your chill review because I know you're going to have a lot of fun. Since you love articulation and action figure, I know you're gonna bust all kinds of nuts on that thing. Next up, from friend of the show, Nate Simmons, I got my Fans Toys Smokey, and I really enjoy this figure. He's really cool. I got one thing to add to my week. I did film a collection tour, so go over to TM Reviews channel after you're done watching us. Go over to TM Reviews channel. There's a tour of my collection room. Check it out. Let me know what you think.
Remind me after the show. I'll link that in the description.
Oh yeah. So so check that out, and I'll just share it out through the Facebook group as well. Nate also slipped a little fun birthday gift in. This is like a very few atoms sort of KO, and to be honest, I love this thing. It is like terrible. It doesn't match the box art. It's actually painted pretty decently, and but yeah, in person, no. It's like so terrible. It's good. And then
if a brick
another
fell
thing.
On it, would he be upset?
I don't know. I think Nate would probably chuckle, but even like I think that the plastic that this thing is like boxed in is more durable than the actual figure inside. So I kind of like keeping it in the box just because there's like an allure to this thing in the box. Like the box is better than the figure itself. And lastly, but not least, actually, I did get a green screen. You can probably tell. I need to get a halo light so I stop like phasing in and out.
You look like you are on day number 4 of a beach vacation where you fell asleep outside.
Yeah,
several hours of sunlight.
Hey, I'm having fun with it here. Hey, look, Joe's here, in the old Joe room. So prepackaged. Lastly, I got myself here. I'll turn off the effect because he's gonna go invisible because there's a shit ton.
He's
of
just
green
peeking
on
over
this
your
guy.
shoulder.
Yeah. Lastly, I got the and this was a birthday gift from Lex. I got the DNA Designs add-on kit, and you can see him. He's got balls. So it's funny in my tour with T Reviews. I'm like, this figure was what put me over the edge with Studio Series, but this add-on kit is actually really nice, and it fixes many of the issues I had with the Studio Series Devastator. So now I'm like, well, I kind of like him, and the balls, they're obnoxious, and they're just fucking funny.
Are they metal?
No, they're not, but they're hollow, so they like clink around.
Have you cupped them?
Yes, I can cup them now for you, T. There you go. Are you happy? Is that doing it for you?
There's nothing about that thing that I like.
It's a mixed bag for me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like the design anyway. The toy might be great, but
we'll bring Joe back.
The only thing I like about it is I own it, and probably a ton of people don't, and I can hold that over their head. The truest of Starscreamers.
Yeah, we got him back. Hey, Dave, outside of your internet, how the hell are you?
Loving Spectrum. No, I'm not. I hate it. I despise it. Spectrum can eat a bag.
Is that your internet provider? Is that what that is?
Yes. Or as I heard one wise man say, they can go float.
I think we need to. Sorry to interrupt, but we need to hire Michael Rogers here to make our show titles.
Yeah, but he has the ability. He has the added benefit of knowing what we are talking about live, where I have to figure it out ahead of time.
TF fan page, come on, guys, come on.
Hey, how you doing, you wonderful, beautiful people out there? So yeah, we had a very mild ice storm today, and so I didn't have to go work today. So I actually threw a review up. So if the 5 of you people who actually go to my YouTube page, you guys will see I actually put a video up. But I know you guys don't care about what I did. You guys just care about what I got. So it was actually a pretty decent week.
Nice.
Was able to find Omega from the Batman Last Night, the Build-A-Bane set. I know T-Man was interested in the Wonder Woman at one point, but I gotta say I was definitely really curious about this body design. He's the main bad guy from the Last Night on Earth miniseries. Plus, I mean, just the weight of the legs. I know this is gonna be a big boy. I don't know. No, my just so you know, that last comment, feel free to throw that back up there. Mine are currently warm in my wife's purse, so they're fine. I did find Grimlock.
Excellent.
So I'm actually pretty much caught up on just about everything except Beast Megatron, I think. That's the only thing I'm missing as far as Hasbro Transformers. And then through teamamazon.com, I'm going to open this one up in front of you guys. And I blame No Effort Randomness for this, because he got him, so I had to get him. I got Lobo.
Nice.
I've been trying not to get this, but dang it, every review, this is like the definitive Lobo figure out there.
They've given your collection. Why would you try not to get it?
Because it's another damn rabbit hole.
But I would argue that fits very well with your other line that fits with you.
I know it does fit with me, but I know, but it's still trying not to. It's trying to resist.
Okay.
Which I didn't, and then of course, thanks to Joe, I had to get. Once I saw that one, I had to get Doomsday.
Yeah, I kind of wish I had Doomsday.
And it's really cool. I have to say that for the Injustice line, that Storm is going to the bad guys first and the big bad guys as well. So, fortunately, I'm not a Darkseid fan. I mean, the Darkseid they have, it looks cool, but I know as right now, it's not needed for me. But Doomsday I can use for a whole lot of different things. Lobo, dear God. I mean...
Especially if you have a bike for him, with that would work. I'm
curious how that bike's going to work with the that Bat Cycle, which I currently have with the Batman on him right now.
I bet the Cosmic Ghost Rider bike would probably work pretty good because that was a little bit big.
Yeah, I'm curious on that, but dude, I'm not sure. Well, I'll try it out. I still have it in that bin over there because I still haven't gotten to that part of displaying the collection, which has been a very progressive day. I got all my NECA Predators are up now. All my NECA Horror Flicks are up. All my Storm Collectible Street Fighter figures are up. My miscellaneous Figmas are up. And I just got about, in honor of the new trailer, about halfway through my Storm Mortal Kombat stuff. I got all my Outworld characters done. I just got to get the remade Ninjas and Raiden up. So,
Dave, if you don't mind me asking real quick on the Doomsday, what did you get close to retail, or did you have to pay over for that?
No. There's a reissue on Amazon.
Okay.
So, listen, if you guys been following my Instagram, you guys would be seeing where I'm at on the display shelves. So, for people saying prove it, go to my Instagram. I throw a couple stuff up there every now and then. So, but I will be doing a room tour. I should probably post a room tour on this channel, just a quick little thing. But like I said, it's not done yet. I don't want to do a full room tour until it's done.
Well, that's the thing. So, you just got to use that as your motivator. Like for me, with doing because I was like, Sony was just saying like, hey, if anybody wants to do a tour, hit me up. And I was like, oh, I want to do it. And he's like, how soon can you have it? And I was like, oh, just let me dust. And I was like, oh shit, I really got to dust.
Yeah, but no, I need because I said I still haven't gotten even just the current Transformers. I don't have them up yet because I actually just picked up another bookcase, which I'm going to dedicate. I don't know if I'm going to dedicate it to the current Transformers or put it for the Marvel Legends. I don't know which direction to go right now. So, because I know once I start those Marvel Legends, oh god, I won't sleep that night. I'll just be up to like 4 a.m.
Yeah, you got it all planned out, though, right?
Yeah. But that's me. That's this week. Who hasn't? Right. Yeah, because I've been out.
Nope, you were and T fan page just for you. Here's my background for the rest of the evening.
Is he wearing a MAGA hat?
No, he's not.
I think that was before all that.
Yeah. I think he's wearing a Coca-Cola hat, to be honest with you.
I'm always drinking Coke. Or whatever the fuck.
So, yeah, no, it's I'm always drinking Coca-Cola. All right. Well, let's get into talking about some stuff because we got a lot of domestic release. I guess the first one we'll get into is a reveal that's coming next week, and this one got interesting. We were talking about this, I believe, last week about the new NPM reveal. So there is the Tmall Transformer store, and I'm assuming that is a Chinese Transformer store because the NPM line really is based out of China, like Hasbro China, and a lot of people are starting to speculate that this might not actually be the Bumblebee Prime, but it might actually be for the upcoming Cyberverse movie Prime, because that's like one of the interesting things is that Transformers Cyberverse is actually getting a TV movie, and TV movie or not,
You
I don't
think
know.
they're gonna change the design, because that definitely doesn't look like Cyberverse.
Well, what we saw was just an outer box picture, and the fact of the matter is, we knew Ratchet was probably coming. And here, let me go ahead and I'll share out the interesting part of this, right? And again, let me go ahead and really zoom in on this to show you why we have this speculation here. When you actually look at the artwork here, and here, let me see if I can open this in a new tab.
Enhance. Enhance.
Okay, doing that thing. So when you actually look at the artwork here on the back, these aren't Bumblebee movie. That's Cyberverse Bumblebee, Cyberverse Optimus Prime,
Yeah.
and Cyberverse Megatron up here.
But it says movie series.
Well, that's the thing. Is Studio Series, everybody first assumed was just for the Bayverse. And now, what's Studio Series? It's anything that's been a movie. So, I mean, there is a chance that they could open up like Studio Series to the Predacons Rising movie. Again. So
Ooh, Studio Prime designs.
Yeah. So T-Fanpage says it's just a background, nothing to do with the figure itself. And I agree to an extent, but we've gotten tastes of figures in the past. Before Masterpiece Megatron was announced, he showed up in schematic drawings.
I'm looking at the font of the Transformers as well. That's kind of interesting. No, not there, but on the schematics.
Yeah.
It could be placeholder, but we'll see.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting little detail for something that is for a movie masterpiece announcement. Like, you would think they would have Bumblebee movie schematics in the background, and yeah, it could just be a placeholder image, but it is official Hasbro art, and it's announcing the release date. So February 25th, we'll know what MPM 12 is. I'm more than willing to bet that it's likely going to be the Bumblebee Optimus, but at the same time, this is kind of curious and kind of worth talking about, I think.
If it looks good, I'll get it, but if it's $150, I won't get it.
You'll wait for the Target clearance.
If I miss the Target clearance, so be it.
TF fan page, quit bursting our bubbles. We know you're cool and Canadian, but that doesn't make it that superior to us. Let us have a bubbly life. We deserve our bubbles.
It's just like one of those interesting details. It could be a big nothing burger. I'm not going to RGT85 it up in here and try and pull predictions out, but it's a curious detail nonetheless. Next up, we got a figure I think we all knew was inevitable, given the fact that Optimus Primes get this repaint all the time. 3A is doing, or I should say 3.0, is doing a Nemesis Prime deco for their premium deluxe scale Netflix Optimus Prime. So we're getting a Nemesis Prime from them.
That I shall be skipping as well. Just
I gotta tell you though, I watched a review of the original version of this. It's really nice. I mean, it's not $150 real or 108. This guy's $180. It's not $180 really nice, but I wouldn't be mad to have this in my collection. It is very nicely done, and the light up feature works really well in it.
We could be fake action.
Just for one day.
Faker action news.
Faker action. I agree. I mean, this is like one of those pieces where it's like, hey, it's cool. I watched MGo's review. I like the light up chest. I think that's neat.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's
so specific. Like, would you really spend? I mean, again, whether you like the series or not, regardless, the series is modeled after the toy. So, like MGo had pointed out, the toy is exactly what's in the series, right down to the little nubbins for the blast part. You know, the whatever the hell they call them.
The siege ports.
The siege ports, which this guy actually has as well to start. You know, and he's got the backpack with the parts folded up underneath.
Yeah,
that's on the original toy. So again, if I was gifted this, I would be super happy about it, but I would not spend my own money for it.
I'd pay $5 for a waffle. If I had an extra $5, I'd put it for a waffle for it.
Yeah,
right.
I wouldn't be like stalking an eBay sale for it.
It helps too that this Optimus design is fairly faithful to what we all know and love, so that kind of helps. If someone saw this, it's an Optimus where if you saw it sitting on the shelf, someone else would be able to say that's Optimus Prime, cool statue or whatever. But that's, I don't know. It's weird that they would pick this design as the thing that they would go to.
I'm sure we'll get a Toxitron from Generation Select T-Fan page.
For me, I think they went too early on this. Like if it was a few years later, where people could be nostalgic for it.
Right.
Well, it's never be nostalgic. Remember that. Albeit it was for less than 20 seconds. It was in the trailer. You saw the Nemesis Prime in the trailer, and then he was in the show for like 0.02 seconds.
Oh, no, I mean this design period.
Oh.
As a premium action figure. It's like we just got the Siege figure, which looks exactly like that. It's like I'm not in a big hurry to buy some premium figure for that.
Right.
Yeah, because they had that spoiler pack one that is this mold.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I think the biggest issue with this is like going back to like what Matt said was with the quality of the show. I think if the show was good, I would want like the ultimate representation of the character. But I mean, I'm sorry. If you like the show, you win. The show was not my cup of tea, and I know for a lot of people, it was
decaffeinated tea.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. It was like decaf. It was like you watch it because you consume it because it's Transformers, but that doesn't mean you like it. It's like eating. It's like, man, I love hamburgers, but
again, you watch it on 1.25 speed, and it's a whole different experience.
Yeah, but I'll eat a mediocre hamburger when I'm hungry, and that's like the best analogy I can think of for being hungry for good Transformers content.
Okay, I have a question. Does anybody want to get this?
No.
I would get this if it was cheaper, but I don't like it enough to really. It's an easy cut, but yes, I would get it if it fell into my lap.
On to the next.
The next one is some interesting news. So we knew at some point someone was probably going to do a coronation set for MP52 Starscream. So we have a confirmation for Skywarp, and the news says Takara Tomy has dropped information on 2 new Secret Masterpiece offerings tonight. MP52 plus Skywarp. It's weird that he's a plus and not his own release, considering Nemesis Prime is not a cartoon character and he gets his own release, but I digress. They don't have images yet, but the reason for the announcement is when you send in the questionnaire that will come with each of the MP52 Seekers, you will get an add-on set for Starscream.
For free?
So you have to buy all 3 of them, mail in. Yeah. And it's filling out forms. So how is this going to get to U.S. collectors? I don't know.
If they were smart, they'd make it just put a price tag on it, make it an add-on set you can buy. I think that'd be the easiest way. Or jack the price. Jack the price up to Skywarp and include it in the box.
This set looks to me to be outside of the blast effects. It looks to be damn near identical to what came with the original Coronation Starscream.
Just about. Except I think the cape was like a little more. It had more curvature, so he could do the full swoop thing.
Would it kill him to do a cloth goods wired cape?
It wouldn't kill him.
I think it would kill them because they won't do it.
Because the MP, the original MP Starscream's cape had the 2 hinges, so you could have it like splayed out to like, because it like accordions there. You have it splayed out to one
right.
side.
No, I've got them boxed up somewhere in here. It's just, yeah, now I think about it, you're absolutely right. So if that thing's compatible.
Yeah, I just think it's silly to make it a mail-in. I think it should be like the pre-order bonus for Skywarp. I think it should just come with every Skywarp. Like, hey, we're not going to give Skywarp really any accessories other than a couple blast effects. Here you go. This is your reward for buying him early. Because if you don't make it so it's easily obtainable, it's just going to be KO'd, or third parties are going to come out and make their own. They're going to be making the money that Takara could be making. And to me, that's just, it's a lost opportunity.
I mean, still, even looking at this, if the third-party set came out with that cloth cape or a little better quality, it's that's still an easy, that's an easy decision for me.
Well, a cloth cape can be made. It's just the shoulder.
Well,
pad.
right. And in fact, yes, I would probably opt to go to one of these. There's a lot of Instagram people that make cloth, or wherever, that make cloth capes.
Like a $20 cape?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and just bypass all this other shit. I mean, I don't need.
Well, you need the pauldrons still. That's the thing.
I don't know. I would.
You need the crown and you need the pauldrons, but
I'm not pressed on the cape, so if there's no way to get it in the US, I would just pass.
I'm keeping my original MP Starscream that's in this coronation gear. Like, he's just going to sit on the movie shelf in robot mode, getting ready to be killed by Galvatron.
There you go. You just saved yourself filling out 3 forms in Japanese and then paying international postage.
Yeah, I mean, I doubt they'd even send it out here anyway. That, that's the thing, is they probably would say, hey, this is a, we don't know how to do shipping internationally, and call it a day.
Ooh. This is true. It doesn't have to go with Starscream. You can crown any one of the Seekers you like. I mean, in your head continuity, if Skywarp is king, then goddamn it, Skywarp is king.
To that point, I don't know if anybody remembers, but the masterpiece, the Takara masterpiece Sunstorm, comes with coronation gear for whatever God knows, for whatever reason. It's differently colored than Starscream's. I think it's a red cape and a different colored crown, but yeah, Cobra Clan right on here. It's going to be included in the KO. That KO is happening, and that's the other sad thing too, is that they're going to they've already set the price for MP52 super high. Why doesn't he come with the coronation gear?
Because they want more money.
And he should also come with a little old Snake figurine, because why the hell not?
So you're saying it should come with a lot of accessories.
Exactly. Man, the day they come out with that classified series Old Snake, that's going to be like a lot of Transformers fans fighting a lot of Joe fans for that.
That would be the perfect convention exclusive to cause anger and angst.
Well, they had the Collector Club one.
But I'm just saying, 100%, that would absolutely be the perfect convention exclusive. Use some Marvel Legends, a Marvel Legends trench coat, that hat from Old Man Logan on a Geoshow classified Snake Eyes with the Cobra Viper faceplate on there. It can be made.
How much was Masterpiece Beast Wars Dinobot?
Too damn much.
I want to say he was like 170 shipped from Amazon Japan.
What was BBTS first?
I'm looking it up.
I want to say BBTS was like in the ballpark of 220.
No.
300.
Now he's 300, but I'm just saying originally.
I'm just going by the listing.
Because I know,
I remember it being high.
Yeah. At the time, I remember I had a bet with the Realm guys. I said it's going to be less than, because I had my math formula for Amazon Japan prices, and I was like, it's going to be less than 175 on Amazon Japan. Trust me. And people were like, no, it's not. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, everything is 33.33% cheaper on Amazon Japan shipped. So no, Kev, he was not 300 from the jump. He was not. He was a little over 200. T-Fan Page says, yeah, he was 230 here. Sportimus says 270.
Yeah, I was asking because I wanted to see how it compared to Starscream now. Because I think Starscream comes with a lot more in there, but roughly around the same size.
Yeah, probably about the same size, yeah. I'd argue Starscream's going to have more paint.
And more accessories.
Yeah, now he was not 300 from the jump because like that was the thing. The
Megatron
price
was. He was 330.
Nah, he was
I mean, Beast Megatron, I mean.
Oh yeah, Beast Megatron, yeah, but we got him for like $100 cheaper. I want to say even 120 cheaper. I got to go back and look, but I want to say I got Beast Megatron for like 220.
But sorry for making us digress. What's the next story?
What's next?
Hey, see, Nate's like the historian of prices. So Nate can keep us honest here. Like Nate, the original price, the original MSRP for Beast Wars Megatron and Beast Wars Dinobot.
Domestically.
All right, next up.
Unless you bought it from Nate Toys and Collectibles, who will always get you a reasonable price and ship it to you at a reasonable time.
I will say Nate's prices are very close to Amazon Japan. Very, very close.
I had to.
All right, next up. Hasbro Pulse. I think this is the thing. It's like everybody who had Hasbro Pulse was kind of in this curious state where it was like, my Hasbro Pulse keeps getting extended. Is it because I bought stuff? Is it because I backed a Kickstarter? No, they just did it for everyone. So I first got Hasbro Pulse when they ran the promo where they like if you bought something over, I believe $40, they gave you a year of Hasbro Pulse for free.
Yep,
so I bought Ectotron.
Yep, same.
And so I've had Hasbro Pulse since. And I actually, in fairness, I buy a lot from Hasbro Pulse. I buy a reasonable number of Transformers to the fact where the $50 a year price point probably is going to be worth it for the free shipping. I think if they're going to charge everybody, what they need to do is make sure that they have more products than other retailers. But what's that, Dave?
Cobra Island,
yes.
When Zartan is showing up at Walgreens and Hasbro Pulse is still a month away, I got a problem with that. Again, I wouldn't have a problem. I wouldn't have a problem cashing in on another Hasbro Pulse extension on my membership. If you order, they're the people that make the things. So why do they not get them in stock first? I don't understand that. Now I get if it's a retail exclusive like Cobra Island, but if it's a general release, why is Hasbro Pulse not shipping the shit out first?
Right. Why aren't they the first ones? To that point too, it's like with Megatron, Robot Kingdom's going to be shipping theirs before the backers are even getting them. Why? I know Robot Kingdom's out of Hong Kong, but why are they shipping out to the backers in late March? And why? I get there's some smoke and mirrors with the to steal Bobby's phrasing. There's some smoke and mirrors with the Unicron release, but yeah, it doesn't make sense when their slogan is where fans come first, and they're not making you their top priority.
And I see Nate says that they ship it out to retail stores first. Mm-hmm. Like I get that, but you should then simultaneously be shipping your own people.
They're the retail store. They are their own retail.
Right, they are a retail store. So again, and if I'm paying, I don't have to pay a fucking premium to go to Walgreens and pick one up. So if y'all going to charge me for this membership, then that should be a perk.
Yeah, that should be the perk. That should absolutely be the top perk of all. You are paying for that exclusivity. You should be you are paying to be first in line. It's like getting a quick pass at Disney World and
a fast pass, Dave. Jesus Christ.
Kev dropped a little thing in here. Hasbro Pulse can't release their product until 30 days after all their orders have been fulfilled. Man, that's
not my problem.
Yeah.
That's
Well, you know,
not my problem.
it's interesting. Like I should actually tell the story for my birthday. I went to Target on Friday. So I took the day off. I went and I got my Mario 3D World. Hey, check out my stream. I'm working on doing a weekly stream on the channel, on the Figure Action channel. So yeah, I collect Amiibo. Anybody that's followed me for a while knows I have almost every Amiibo released in the US. And I went, you know, I asked someone electronics to pull the cat Mario and Peach for me. And while I was waiting, I noticed that you know, there was a girl wearing a Black Series hoodie, and it had Hasbro logos on the side. And I thought, oh, maybe she's just the collector. And so I was waiting for the electronics guy to pull the Amiibo that they hadn't put out yet for me. I just went over to the Transformers aisle, and she introduced herself. She's like, "Hey, I'm Amy. I work with Hasbro. How are you? Are you shopping for someone?" I was like, "Oh, well, you know, I happen to, you know, collect myself." "Oh, you're a collector." And she asked me, like, "Do you come to this Target often?" And I said, "Yeah, I come several times a week." And she's like, "Does it always look like this?" And I said, "Yes, this is the norm for this Target and all the Targets around and all the all the Walmarts around." And, you know, several things I you know, wish I had said, because she was like taking pictures of the states of the shelf. She was kind of in disbelief that it was so barren. But I mean, hey, Hasbro is the ones that are shipping the stuff out to the stores. I made comments about how hard Cobra Island was to find, but I wish I had said, you know, not enough stuff's coming to the stores, and people want to be able to buy stuff directly. And I think that's the missing link here is like brick and mortar. People say like, well, yeah, they make all the excuses in the world for brick and mortar with COVID and everything. But Hasbro has their own direct line of sales, as Matt mentioned. And their slogan is where fans come first. They need to start treating it that way.
If I get my guaranteed stuff to come in on time, I'll sign up for the $50. Plain and simple. But
Pretty
until
much. Right.
like I said, that Zartan thing that just happened of me getting an email saying, "Oh, yours is coming out in April," which I got to cancel mine still. But
Right.
I mean,
Like
I think
Nate says.
I'm going to keep
Go
a
ahead,
Cobra Trooper just for the sake of getting another Cobra Trooper. I've got one coming in.
What makes Hasbro Pulse worth it is when they do get the figures, it only takes 2 days to get to you. They ship FedEx. They make it seem like they're going to ship it regular mail, but it always comes FedEx for me.
Fine, but if I can still pick it up at Walgreens, I don't have to worry about shipping. I take it home.
You got to find it first. You got to find it first.
I know. Let's
It depends on the figure. I was able to get a whole bunch of figures from Hasbro Pulse first. Like, I keep getting I have Damian Wayne on pre-order at Target and Amazon, and they both keep getting pushed back, but I see other people have it, and I pre-ordered from the wrong place.
Oh, well, don't get me. I mean, my pre-orders, you've heard my story with Target. I get the email saying it's been delayed, and then I see it at the Target, so I cancel it right then and there. This guy, I've got him on pre-order. I canceled him as soon as they actually let me check it out.
I can't see what that guy is.
That's Omega.
No. Yeah, Buddha says Paul sucks for us Canadians $30 shipping. Oof. I guess they don't have premium. Yeah, that's a good question.
I want to point out too what Nate says here. 2 days for us, Nate. 5 days for you, Nate. Most of the shit that ships out ships from the West Coast. So we're the ones that's always got to wait. So in this instance, though, we get lucky because it's shipping out of the East Coast. So we'll take that one.
Sometimes it's not coming from PA, and that does take an extra day.
Usually, though, it does. Usually,
well, last few I got came from Georgia, actually.
Yeah.
So,
but even still, Georgia's not that bad of a
Georgia's awful.
No, it's not.
I'm just kidding. It might be. I don't know.
And this week's sponsor, Visit Atlanta. What? Oh.
Fuck it, Falcons. No. What we got next?
Well, so like I mentioned early on, it's the Lunar New Year, Chinese New Year, and we don't have much to talk about in the way of third-party news. So, like, literally nothing for third-party news this week.
Okay, cool.
So we're gonna hop right into our non-Transformers news, starting off with a last-minute edition, the amazing Yamaguchi Iron Spider. And hey, look, there's Guy Fieri right there. Look at him. I like to eat that spider. Put some yum yum sauce on him. He went away because I was talking bad about him.
So this was my late edition because I love this thing. I saw the video that these shots are taken from. I've always liked this design since I think it was I think this was from the original Marvel Comics Civil War. This I've always liked this design. The original appearance of his Waldos. It never made sense to me that he only had 3 more often than not in the comics because he's a spider, so 4 would have made sense. But this figure comes with the ability to peg in either 3 or 4 Waldos, and the bottom one you can either peg it in direct and have it in the middle, or you can get a spacer and put the 2 in. But he comes with all the perks of the regular Amazing Yamaguchi Spider-Man with the magnet peg and the stand and all that. But this guy, if you've ever handled or seen the original Amazing Yamaguchi Spider-Man, it's got that Revoltech gappiness, right? Where this guy seems to have more of the aesthetic of the All Might with the filled-in musculature that looks a lot better. And if you go to their channel and watch this video, he doesn't seem to be any worse for wear in the posing. I am definitely getting this guy regardless. He's probably going to be $80 or $90. He hasn't been solicited yet. So the minute he does go up for pre-order, I'm going to pre-order him. But I'm definitely in on him. I'm super excited. I don't have an Amazing Yamaguchi, any Marvel, anything. Jesus Christ. So I'm excited about it. Hopefully Nate carries him. I haven't asked him about it yet. But Nate, if you're going to carry the Amazing Yamaguchi Iron Spider, oh my God. That's not distracting in the slightest. Okay. Back to the show. Nate, if you're going to carry this guy, let me know. And let me know if you know the price and when you're going to put it up, because I'm excited about him. Breaking news, Nate's going to carry him. So I don't know how you guys feel about this line or this guy, but I am happy with it being a one-off in my collection. So I will stop talking about it and give the floor to you all.
I'm filling my cup.
I am, you know me, I've been solid for the line. I've got just about everything that they've made except for the Wonder Woman because, I'm sorry, that anime face looks stupid. This I've got a lot of faith in because I know how the joints are going to hold up. They're lightweight enough so you could have him in a display stand in an aerial pose,
right, with
the Waldos going all crazy everywhere, and he'll look great. That will be an awesome fiddly desk thing to have. I'm in for it as well.
Me, if it showed up at my house, I wouldn't mind it. But that hasn't been one of my favorite designs. I think it's cool that they do let you do the 4-leg Waldos. That is awesome. But yeah, it's something about them that I just don't like. I've never liked when I first seen it.
There's also an attachment that you can take the tips, giggity, and you can combine them to make like Doc Ock style pinchers on each of the Waldos for extra articulation.
Zero.
I mean, for me, it's no. I like my Spider-Man, Spider-Man, however you will on this one. But yeah, it's just it would be a rabbit hole for me. Like if there was a Marvel Legends comic book, Iron Spider, I might dabble. But
they had one. It was back in the old Toy Biz days. I would love for Marvel to for Hasbro to redo this design, but
right. And I still have that figure. It's in one of my bins in the other room.
Man, that's just kind of like made me like do like a mind bend because like isn't this like the 15th anniversary of Hasbro Marvel Legends?
Which who knows? Maybe they'll mention that for tomorrow's Pulse thing tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh right. True.
Yes.
I'm Googling that now because like I'm trying to figure out like when did that switch over from Toy Biz.
But this guy seems to have all of the perks of the articulation, but none of the gappiness of the other. And it's got the webs and all that. So I don't have any Spider-Man from this company. And as far as I'm concerned, this is going to be a one-off. And like you said, there's Marvel Legends of all the regular looking Spider-Men. So I'm cool getting this guy that lends himself to like super articulation through this company. So I'm excited.
Cool.
So
I can
let's see
respect
here.
this man's point of view. If it doesn't have boobs or claws, he's not interested. I respect that. This technically has claws, though, and
That's
I mean,
true. And then you could get yourself a Ghost Spider or Spider Gwen. She's got boobs.
she's got boobs.
He has pecs, right?
Technically he does have quote unquote boobs, but
So then he's got boobs
Probably
and
not-
claws. Got to buy
probably
it.
not
now.
what you're looking for.
On to the next.
Next.
What else we got?
I'm doing some math here. Okay,
Yeah.
so next year is the 15th anniversary for Marvel Legends with Hasbro. So
Okay.
yeah, it's been 14 years. Still, that's kind of crazy because it feels like yesterday, to be honest with you, that it all swithed over.
Dave, what was the first Marvel Legends Hasbro release figure?
I honestly don't know. I didn't get into the line until the Ultimate Goblin Build-A-Figure wave. So I do know that the first couple ones were not that good.
I actually have that up right now if you're interested.
I remember seeing that Iron Spider a whole bunch of times and me skipping it. Like, oh yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, if you don't like the design or not down for it, that's cool.
You want
That's why the movie design is so cool from Endgame and the movie series, because it incorporates the Waldos and the classic look of the costume more or less. So
you get that Endgame Marvel Legend one with the Waldos.
What's that? I think she's like supposed to be Scott Summers' daughter. She had like a brown.
Hope Summers.
Hope Summers. That's when I started really being interested in getting Marvel Legends, but I stayed away because I was like, I don't want to start buying everything. Then I started YouTube.
and then you started buying everything.
Yes.
Got like a near complete 3.75 line.
And
Yeah, I
Fort
had a
and
bunch of them.
Jazzwares did just what they wanted to do. They had you buying the figures, and then you ended up playing the game.
Mhm.
Next thing you know, T-Man's going to be showing up in cosplay as a Fortnite character.
He kind of already is, right? I'm sure there's a lot of designs. I'm sure one of them looks
Yeah.
like you.
A bunch of them.
Okay, what's the next news?
All right, next up. So this one's a little bit interesting. We've got NECA making Turtles figures. What if I told you Hasbro might be making Turtles figures?
Dun, dun, dun.
Zoinks!
So, yeah, we know that there's currently a crossover between Power Rangers and Ninja Turtles going on in the IDW comics. I'm sorry, Boom Studios comic crossover.
It's complete. It's complete.
Yeah.
It's a good series. Actually read it. So,
there has been a listing for Lightning Collection with TMNT 2-packs. So, also interesting here, we might also be getting a Venus. So it says PRG BLT A Squad Venus.
Now,
So
here's the thing, though. That's different. That's not Venus like Venus from Turtles. That's not how Hasbro does it, because notice they got a Jupiter.
yeah,
That's how that is not that Venus. It's not Venus de Milo or whatever.
That's how they name everything at the planet sometimes.
Yes, that is.
Breaking
Nate,
and then
that's the first time you've
unbreaking
seen
news.
this Ranger. I've had this guy for years, and that is a Green Ranger standee. And that is a cool comic. Boom Studios has done to Power Rangers what IDW did for Transformers. I highly recommend all the Boom series ones. They will change your perspective on a lot of things. And that series makes some fun meta jokes. I'm going to punch you, Sportimus.
I love if they make them with this these proportions right here. I would definitely get them. I like that design right there. But I know that's just the cover. I don't know what they look like in the comic.
well, so there's some specialized designs for the turtles with morphers.
Mm-hmm. There's a reason for it too.
Yeah. And if I were willing to guess, we would probably get those designs versus traditional Turtles designs.
I will tell you, in the comic, Shredder steals the power of the Dragon Coin, and he looks freaking awesome. So Green Ranger Shredder is a gorgeous design.
There
Did
are
they have
pictures.
shells when they morphed?
Yes.
It's under the costume.
Oh.
And they get the Power Blaster, and they make the Megazord, and it's actually done relatively serious. One of my favorite parts in the comic, Donatello is fighting Billy, and he's like, "I got questions. More importantly, how does a guy with a metal plate play a flute?" Talk about the green with a metal plate for face, play the flute.
Oh.
So here, there's pictures here. Here, let me show
So basically, Shredder blocks them from morphing, and that's a cool cover.
So we looked at Shredder last year, but you get a good look at the morphed version of the Turtles.
And April is the Pink Ranger in that.
Yeah,
I'll probably skip.
He's gonna.
I will get those Turtles.
Get them.
It'll be an impulse buy. I'll see. They probably look better in person. If they have good articulation.
They're a Lightning collection. They're going to have good articulation.
Oh yeah, true.
So I would skip the Rangers like that. I mean, I want some civilian Rangers, but I probably would outright skip.
Yes. That would be
Yeah.
awesome. Even with the comic faces too, that would be really good.
I don't know. I think those would be cool ninjas to have. Even paint them up a little.
I mean, I guess it would make sense if they're eventually going to do like Power Rangers the movie stuff, to have like the Ninja Rangers. They would be pretty easy retools.
Well, again, what happened was in the book, the Power Rangers themselves got cut off from morphing, so the Turtles had to use them. So they went ninja to infiltrate the Foot Clan.
But the Ninja Rangers look way different from that. I like that you can see half of their face.
They do, but I'm just saying, if you're going to do like ninja tooling, you'd have like the legs. You just have to like do the jackets and like I guess their shirts here.
Don't let Hasbro get lazy. I want them to be two separate designs.
But
I guess that'll probably be next whenever they do an anniversary for the movie.
Yeah,
the first movie.
I would hope soon. Let's see here. How do I go back?
Buy these.
I mean, we can get a good look at. Here we'll go. If you want to take a good look at Raphael there. Who was it that made the Batman versus Ninja Turtles figures?
DC Direct, I believe.
It was DC Direct? Okay.
Go! Power Rangers Turbo, go! I don't know, that's stuck in my head.
You know what my favorite part of the Turbo movie is?
What?
It's like where that part where like Tommy sees that Kimberly and Jason are being held captive, and he goes, Kimberly and Jason.
I haven't watched that since 1990.
It's terrible.
98 or whenever it came out.
The actress who plays Divatox was kind of hot.
Divatox is hot. Not kind of hot, just is hot. But yeah, the movie is terrible. And like,
they actually had two actresses for her.
Yeah.
Is that the movie where Billy got replaced?
I mean,
yes, that's the one Billy got replaced and the little kid became the Blue Ranger.
Yes. I was like, ooh, that made my stomach turn.
Yeah, they wanted to be more relatable to kids, and it wasn't.
No, kids didn't even like that.
Speaking of things kids didn't like, the Ninja Turtle disguises. I remember when I was a kid, I did not like their disguises. Like, I always thought it was so off-putting, like the way that they looked because like they had that episode where Mikey becomes human and he looks like a regular guy.
Yeah.
And you're like, man, are he and April gonna fuck? But it seemed that way, didn't it?
These are even way more worse putting than the cartoon.
Yeah.
You know what? If you are a cartoon turtle fan, I am so happy for you right now.
Yeah, they look good. They look like they remind me of the Garbage Pail Kid movie.
Yeah, like like these are very faithful. I think that like the nice thing here is like these Toon Turtle head sculpts are way better than what's on the current ones. Like these look far better than what the oh God, Kevin. They look like pedophiles.
And you get an extra set of the heads, so you can put those heads on the turtles. I mean, and that accessory count is if that is that a 4-pack? I don't know, but that accessory count is beautiful.
Yeah, the accessories are nice. I mean, you know,
can the pants come off?
They're soft goods, so probably.
Is this weird? They're just showing them with the pants. Now, the problem with the original
they look like a flash mob of Don Rickles about the flash.
Listen, do you remember a movie called Dark City?
Yes.
They look like those guys.
Sorry, T. What were you saying?
Also, the original release of the NECA Turtles, their head sculpts are based on the video game.
Yeah.
People like them as their cartoon version, but I was like, they're straight video games. This is their first real cartoon heads.
That again, this is not my thing. It's not my rabbit hole. I've passed on this line. I'm not. It's too late for me to get into. But that picture right there, that last one right there, them just chilling, that would sell me on this. That would sell me on the set right there. That is a beautiful display.
I'm thinking those pants are attached to the bottom of their shell.
Yeah. But I think maybe
if you got the other ones, you're good.
Yeah. Pop the head off, put the hands on.
That picture right there would sell it for me. That's a good display.
Actually, before I say that, it looks like they all four have the same skin tone. Is that the case with the other turtles?
Yeah, I'm looking at mine right now. The biggest difference between the originals and these is that they put like that kind of cell shaded paint scheme on the bandanas here, and you can really see it on Leo and Donatello right here.
I think the other ones have that too. It's two-tone.
They started doing that around the April and Casey releases. And I'm looking at my shelf now because like Krang and the Shredder and the original Foot Soldiers really didn't have it. Like the Foot Soldiers kind of have it, but not to that extent. Like when April came out, like April was damn near panel lined. And then Casey's definitely got like the toon shading on him.
They look good. I'm not buying it, but they look good. I gotta say that for Kevin. They are good action figures, Kevin. You can have all of them.
Oh, he knows.
And as I said, if I was in the toon line, I could absolutely justify this on my shelf of that with the other turtles. I mean, it works, and that picture sold it for me. On to the next.
Next one. Party. So if you missed out on the Super 7 Thundercats and you don't want to pay scalper prices, Super 7 has you covered. And so this is like why I always say don't give into the scalpers.
And thank you, Super 7. This is a beautiful thing.
How much are they retail though?
They are $45 a piece. Well, I'm sorry, Mumra is $60, but Panthro and Iono are $45 a piece. Which, hey, that's a lot better than paying what the scalpers were asking.
I'm gonna have to watch a review on Lionel and see how I care.
And then T-Man finds himself in a rabbit hole.
Just to give you an idea, right now on eBay, Lionel is starting at $99. So you know what? Super 7, this is good. It lets people fill in their line. It lets the people who are following line, gives their wallet a little bit of a break, and it lets new people get in on it. So you know what? This is how I want a retailer to be.
What company released a retail Lionel? It wasn't that long ago. I wish I would have bought that because it looked like it has way better articulation than this.
You mean the one
I
that
know
like showed up at
it
Toys
came-
R Us?
Yeah,
I think that was Mattel.
'cause that one looked good from what I can remember. It looked like it had that Bandai America Power Rangers articulation.
Yeah, I have to look that up. Maybe I can't remember. It was Mattel. Oh, Kevin says it actually was Bandai.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what it looked like. I wish I would have bought that. Anything else?
Well, next up, we've got a release from Figuarts. This one actually has Partsformer's name written all over it, though I know Joe will get it.
Definitely has boobs.
No, it doesn't have boobs.
Oh.
But it's the ultimate accessory for Goku. It is a Goku eating scene set with a whole bunch of food.
Any action figure photographer might want that.
Yeah.
But you do feel like that the food is the essential accessory missing from any Goku. I mean, everybody kind of wants, special effects or effect pieces or Kamehamehas. This is where it's at. This is what Goku should be coming with.
I think the only thing really missing is that there's no like extra head for him to like slurp a bowl of noodles.
Right. Yeah. With like, cheeks puffed out or something.
Yeah.
Why not? If you're going to do this, man, go whole hog.
Wait, aren't they puffy in that one where he's eating the hog?
Let me see.
It's kind of blurry.
Yeah.
Maybe. Let me pull up the details on this thing.
How strong is saying stomach acid? Because good Lord. You get a gigantic pot of rice, chicken fried rice.
Did you ever see him in the original Dragon Ball cartoon? He'd have a fish the size of your desk.
Let me see. As far as the details on this, features a table, 3 chairs, dishes of food, stacks of empty plates, bottles, and bowls, and will include a new face part for Goku.
Yay!
And new hands.
So it looks like, yes, I was able to zoom in a little bit easier on my phone, and he does in fact have a very stuffed face, cheeks, whole thing going on here. So
it amazes me though that Goku came out and he's been readily available at Target. Mm-hmm. He's very cheap. He ranges anywhere from, I've seen him as low as 20, and I think he's never gone higher than 35. It just kind of amazes me that they haven't come out with like a set for like $60 that comes with like a ton of accessories, because this set's about $33 according to the news here. Why not just have like that ultimate one that comes with like the the beam effects, maybe a spirit bomb?
They're really conservative when they come to their accessory pack-ins. If you're not paying the baseline $60 or $70 for their figure, these are meant to be this is the opening hit. This is the needle and drug that gets you into it. They're not going to give you a damn thing past this. And then they don't want you to get the ultimate set like this guy with a couple of accessories, and then you'd be done. Then you'd be like, oh, cool, now I've got everything I need. I'm gonna get out of the collection. No, they'll be like, oh, I need this effect and this and this, and now you're buying Hit and friggin' your third Bulma, and this and a table and chairs full of food. So that's exactly what they want you to do. I don't know if I'm gonna get this though. I have to wait and see.
I feel like this would be a Joe thing.
This will be a Joe thing, but I think he's trying to avoid one more thing to pack.
Like what? Yeah.
Well,
but it probably won't be out for a few months. So.
Yeah.
He's going to do what I did. He's going to put it in his pile of loot, or he's going to ask Nate not to ship it. Then he's going to get to his temporary housing. Then it's all going to get shipped to him. And he's going to be looking at the stuff and realize I can't open that. And then it's going to immediately go right to storage. So he moves from the temporary housing to the new house. And then he's going to have this.
Then he'll have a second Christmas.
What I think the thing is, like with Joe, he doesn't have the show is kind of an illusion. He has a smaller display area. So like hopefully with the new house. Yeah, well, I'm just saying, hopefully with the new house, he'll have like a large display area and he can kind of like go ham.
If you knew what my old display room was, it was tiny. It was the smallest room in the house.
So needing Vegeta with a cooking set, that would be cool. And Kev can back me up on this. Like, I know Figure Arts loves to do their Gokus and Vegetas over and over and over again. I would buy, and I just want, and it could be a $35 Vegeta release. They need a Bad Man Vegeta. They need a Vegeta with the pink shirt with the words "Bad Man" on the back. I don't care what accessories it comes with. That's all. That's what I want.
If I wear this, everyone will know I had sex with Bulma.
There's your $35 Vegeta release.
Yeah.
Right, Figure Arts. Tell them my idea.
All right. Next up, we got some stuff we don't normally talk about. Jurassic Park. So, man, I believe you did the notes this week.
I did. So the Nedry thing is like a whole set. You get the Jeep, you get the Dennis Nedry figure, and you get a Dilophosaurus. Jurassic Park's one of my favorite movies, and I really like the Raptors that came out. It's a little like they're getting their money out of these Raptors for sure, because all they do is like throw maybe a slightly different coat of paint on it. And
that thing was a lot smaller in the movie.
Well, those were juveniles, though. Dilophosaurus is actually fairly large. It's a lot larger than a human in real life.
But the one that killed Nedry was
a juvenile. He was smaller. I don't know. This set was just noteworthy. The face printing is not obviously not up to Hasbro standards, but I mean, it's still nice. It's still a very like 5 years ago Hasbro. This is like old Black Series, face printing or face style. So it's fine. It'll do.
It looks like Jared Fogle before he lost the weight and gained the shame.
Right, and if you cover his face with green goo just like Jared's was, then you won't even notice the bad face on it. It'll just be a figure in the display. He's going to get eaten anyway, so gives a shit. Now, the only thing I'm disappointed is there's no Barbasol can.
Yeah.
I can hear the laugh looking at him.
The squeal.
The other thing, too, that's disappointing is there's no hood, because like when he ran out into the rain, he had the hood from his slicker up. I like the fact they gave him a stick, and he's like, "Good doggy, the stick."
Yeah, no wonder you're extinct.
Yeah,
I'm gonna run you over when I come back down. Well, still one of my favorite movies of all time.
No, it's an awesome movie. It was like the first movie I ever saw in the theater, like multiple times. It was like begging like aunts and uncles to take me.
That was my first bootleg movie I ever saw. One of my uncles or somebody had the VHS, and then in the middle of the movie, somebody stood up, and I was like, what is this? Because they filmed in the theater.
That was, for us, that was The Lion King. We got that on bootleg. Someone came to the bowling alley and sold my grandmother a copy of it.
Mm.
So we
Target exclusives.
Yeah, Target exclusives. So we know them. We love them. I don't think that they're going to hit too bad for
it's Mattel.
Mattel, yeah. Because Target actually has been stocking up the Raptors pretty well. You can find Delta and Echo pretty well. Blue's kind of come and gone.
Well, that's the thing, though. Like, this has got a Raptor release in it, so I don't foresee that being hard to get. Because, like I said, the Raptors are just everywhere. Which is good, though, because it's they did it right. They did a really, really nice mold, good articulation, and then they sold the shit out of it in every color and flavor you want. The draw with this is that there's a new dinosaur, just like the Dilophosaurus. Now you've got the bird thing. What the hell is it called?
The pterodon.
Pterodon. So they finally released another dinosaur in the Amber series, and they made it a Target exclusive.
Yeah, I had this deco from Hasbro when I was a kid, or Kenner, I guess, and that was like the electronic howling Velociraptor, and yeah. So for the nostalgia factor, I might pick that up.
Okay. I can hear it saying Alan.
No, we don't talk about that one. That one is just okay. It's not bad, but it's got talking raptors in it, so move on.
Next.
Yep, all right, next we're going to get into, we got a bit more. McFarlane, he is coming out with a ton of stuff. So I guess we'll get into the first one, the most exciting one, I guess. Actually, it's not the most exciting one, but it is pretty exciting. Wait, what? That's not what I wanted.
That's not exciting.
This is pod racing.
Oh God, is that a youngling right before Anakin killed him?
Yep.
No, that's Anakin as a youngling.
Ah.
So we actually have a Mortal Kombat variant of Spawn that is not the same or a repaint. We're actually getting a Commando Spawn.
And it's not even in scale.
Oh, right. No, it's not even in scale. But hey, this looks awesome. I love the effects piece. I love the gun. I think on DMV Action Figures site, Yannick had created this exact custom like a year ago.
I think this is a
cool and
statue.
all, and I
mostly.
really hope this design comes down to the 6-inch level with actual true articulation. But hey, it'll cost you less than a McFarlane Kickstarter version, and probably will show up quicker.
That's
Mhm.
true.
Skip. I don't.
I mean, I'm passing on it. I mean, I don't. Well, again, not my thing. Not my scale.
Yeah.
If I had a Spawn shelf, like actual Spawn dedicated shelf, that would be a nice highlight piece. But nope.
Well, next up, we got a tease. We are getting a Violator figure.
The Violator.
So, I guess this figure is very early on in production. I'm curious how it's going to be made because, like, the original Violator was like a giant Bendham, if you remember those. And this actually, if you look at the hips, it looks to be a more traditional modern action figure. So this is kind of exciting. The honeycombing in the eyes is a little interesting. But
It'll be cool. Again, I got to see more of it, but I'm not sure how much. Did you guys watch that McFarlane thing I sent you? The video?
yes.
Okay.
Most of it.
If you skip to the end of it, T-Man, he shows new figures. That's why.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, we're
think
going to
it
get
cut off.
I
in.
know we're gonna get to it, so that's why I didn't want to talk too much about that.
We're going to get into those because 2021 is the year of Spawn. And so, yes, Todd did put out a video and he teases some figures in here. So,
Want them.
Gunslinger, Spawn, and Redeemer are notably the two figures that he showed in the video. And,
there was a Violator that looked like it was a 12-inch Violator in there.
well, we'll do this. We'll skim the video.
See, look, right behind him.
Yeah. Of course, every time I pause it here.
I know. I'm just more worried that YouTube's gonna kill us like they did last time.
Yeah.
Go watch the video.
Yeah,
it's everywhere. McFarlane thing.
Facebook,
That's the
YouTube.
important stuff. That Gunslinger and that Redeemer look absolutely awesome.
Twitter.
Yeah. I'm very curious if this is based off of the Kickstarter Spawn, or if it's its own thing.
It's its own thing.
Yeah.
Look at the elbows.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I think it's slimmer than the Mortal Kombat one too.
Oh, it's a new sculpt, which is beautiful. But that's what I'm saying. This has got me really excited, and that Redeemer looks gorgeous.
Spawn, I missed the boat on that. I didn't read the comics. I basically don't know anything about him besides I watched the animated series for a little bit when that was on HBO, and
The animated series
the
is
movie
very
from the
faithful.
90s.
Very, very faithful to the comics. It's basically like an abridged version of the first, I want to say, 20 issues of comics.
Is that streaming anywhere? Because I definitely need to watch that over again. I don't remember.
Probably on
shit.
HBO Max, to be honest with you.
Oh yeah.
It's really sad that he never really followed up with his animation studio.
Yeah. Like, because Keith David was like the perfect voice for Spawn. It had a very good tone. Well, is the perfect voice for Spawn.
T, I can confirm that 3 seasons are on HBO Max.
There you go.
Maybe I'll watch it.
Maybe. Yeah, that should be a definite, man. Should be your...
I'm flaky. Like, I'm just now about to watch the beginning part of Dragon Ball Super that I missed.
Okay, enough with the Violator jokes. Got it.
I'm gonna say Jedi Keith David is amazing, and if you ever, I think it was Alex Milne, he said that if there ever was to be an animated version of the IDW comics, Keith David would be Tarn, and so whenever I read any of Tarn's lines, I read them in his voice.
Ooh,
Interesting.
Yeah. So, well, we don't have any more news for the week.
We got that trailer to talk about.
Yeah, so I guess we can talk about Mortal Kombat. We know, again, for anybody that doesn't know, the full trailer for Mortal Kombat dropped today. It's going to be in theaters and HBO Max on April 16th. What did you guys think of it? Dave, you seem like you're probably the most excited about it.
As I said, I mean, I'm very happy for just about 90% of it, 95% of it. Couple things it has me scratching my head, but I mean, the trailer, I saw Sub-Zero be freaking Sub-Zero, shattering arms, throwing people through an ice wall, freezing that bullet. It doesn't, it doesn't look like, here's the guy, he does his thing, now he's gone, like the other movies. Scorpion looks great. The coal thing, that's my 5-10% I don't like. What the fuck is that coal thing?
I have my theory on that.
I mean, I was gonna say at the end of it all, he's gonna be like, I should go to Hollywood. How does Cage sound as a stage name?
I think my theory on it, maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong, but my theory on it is he's going to be the main character, so you guys can kind of get attached to him, and then there'll be a fatality that has levity, and then it'll end with, like, Hollywood activist Johnny Cage going to stop violent fights, underground fights or something like that, where they'll parody like Hollywood activism.
Fine, but you know what? Kano looks good. Sonya looks decent. Sang Sung looks abso-freaking-lutely perfect. And Goro looked great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like the action in the trailer. It was super reminiscent of the current games. Sub-Zero getting all that spotlight. I hope he's a major character, like Dave was saying, instead of just pop in and then he's gone. And like they did definitely with Scorpion. Scorpion is everybody's favorite, and he had like 2 seconds in each one of those original movies.
Well, that was the problem with the originals, right? They felt the need to have to, at least the second one, they felt the need to have to fit as many characters as they could into it for brand recognition, and the story suffered for it. The first Mortal Kombat, though, I don't know how you guys feel, but the first Mortal Kombat's one of my favorite video game movies. I think that was a great movie.
Oh yeah, Christopher.
This one, just based on this trailer, like this one looks. Again, I'm already subscribed to HBO Max, which is how I'm going to watch it. So this is going to be a already paid for movie for me. I am going to be excited to put. I'll put it this way: I'm going to be excited to put time aside to watch it. Would I go see this in movie theaters if it was just movies only? Back in normal sanity times, no pandemic, I would probably go see it in theaters, yes.
I mean, again, this is Mortal Kombat. This is not some epic music by Hans Zimmer, Ridley Scott directing type of thing. It's Mortal freaking Kombat. This is... Yeah. I'm not expecting to have my life changed from that, but I want to walk out with a solid B movie guilty pleasure.
But too, like, you don't have to excuse it like that because it's Mortal Kombat. Like, they can take that story, they can take those characters, and any good movie can elevate them. Look at the original Super Mario Brothers movie. They took characters and they elevated it to a whole nother level. No,
I'm gonna punch you for that. I'm gonna punch you for that.
I think this looks fun.
I'm just saying the bar is not set high here. It's set here. And if I get here, I'll be happy. If it gives me there, awesome. If I get here, I'll be happy.
When I saw the trailer, it made me reminiscent of two things that were not the video game. There was that web series from 2011 with Michael Jai White, and then it made me reminiscent for the 90s movie. And to me, this is more like a kind of more in the line with those two things, which are great. I like the web series a whole lot. I wish that it continued because I thought it was going to awesome places. And I like the first movie. So for me, like, this seems more like it's taking the first movie. It's going to be more hard-edged like the web series, but it's not like super serious. It's intentionally check your brain at the door, but all the action you want's there. It's going to be no holds barred. You're going to get the fights you want. I got the impression that it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to be seeing it in the theater myself.
I don't even know if theaters are even open.
They're open.
Near me.
I went. They're all open.
Arundel Mills is still open.
Yeah, that's where I went on Friday.
I haven't even thought about it. I haven't left the house in a few days. I'm about to go crazy.
You got your PlayStation 5. You're all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you got your immersive headset. You can pretend you're somewhere else.
You know what?
Totally.
Like the past 2 days, they've been telling me work from home, stay home.
Well,
So that's it. What's the release date on the movie?
April 16th.
April 16th.
16th.
Okay, so I guess we'll know more then. And I hope they don't inundate us with trailers either. Like, I'm not expecting this, like Dave said, this grand scheme story, but I want cool parts to see it during the movie. Don't show me all the cool parts in the trailer. Like Sub-Zero making that sword. Like, that was cool. That's the thing I kind of want to see during the film.
I don't think
the baseball thing, but I was happy and sad to see that. And they worked in the Get Over Here just right.
No. I don't think you have to be worried about being inundated with trailers, because this is like, I think maybe it's a sign of the times, but it used to be, even pre-COVID, you'd get a movie trailer like a whole year before a movie came out, and like we're getting this trailer 2 months before the movie's coming out.
I know, but we're also in a time where they're giving us trailers to the trailer. So
we've always had trailers to the trailer.
No, that's a reasonably recent thing where they hype you up for the release of the trailer.
It's called a teaser trailer.
Right.
No. I mean the teaser to the teaser, when they give you that 5-second, like, tune in tomorrow for the teaser for this. Like,
I'm not doing Disney for that. That was a pure Disney thing. They started that with Star Wars.
The Matrix Reloaded was the first time that ever happened, that I remember in my lifetime, because all they gave you was that scene of Morpheus with the katana and the truck, and they're like, the Matrix Reloaded trailer coming, blah, blah, blah. Like, you guys really don't remember? I mean, the Matrix Reloaded was not a memorable movie.
I tried to. There's only one Matrix movie. There was only one Matrix movie. There was 3 Indiana Jones movies, and there was only 2 Alien movies.
No. The forgettable one for me was Revolution. Wasn't that the last one?
Yeah.
I only ever wanted to watch that once.
Didn't happen.
I'm like, we're not in the Matrix no more. What's the use?
Man.
Didn't happen.
But yeah, no, there have been teaser trailers. There have been trailers for the trailers for a long, long time. And even going back to episode 1, because they had that shot of Naboo, and they're like, Star Wars episode 1 trailer coming soon.
Oh yeah.
For your exclusive sneak peek. Tune into ABC on such and such. Like, that was like when they started making you try and turn into football for stuff. Yeah, and true. Yes, Nate, the Animatrix was way better than Reloaded or Revolution, or Revelations or whatever it was. The Animatrix was actually pretty awesome.
And there's an animated show on Netflix that makes me think of that. I can't remember the name offhand. It's just like the Animatrix, where it's a bunch of stories that are told by different animators.
Love and Robots?
Yes, that's it. Check that out. If you like the Animatrix at all, check that out on Netflix, because that is absolutely worth the time. It's a bunch of stories. Not every story is a home run, but there are more often than not awesome episodes. So just each story is totally unrelated to the rest. They're all presented differently. Some are hand-drawn animations, some are CG, and there are different links in episodes. Go watch it, though. Was it called Love and
Robots?
Right? I think there's 3 words.
Love and Robots.
Love, Death, and Robots. That's what it's called. Love, Death, and Robots. That's what it is.
That's 4 words.
Dave, I am totally ignoring
you. He doesn't include.
The moral of the story is Matt can't count.
There you go. There it is.
And is just a sign. The ampersand.
Yes, it's a sign. Do you count Prince as a word? No.
I do. Nate says he just binged Ruby.
Yeah,
Sure.
I gotta catch up on that.
And Buddha says, I wonder where I stowed away my holographic Matrix posters. I would take those out. The Matrix 4 coming out. People forgot about how bad 2 and 3 were. They're going to be hyped. And people love Keanu now, so they're like, you know.
I like
Strike.
the Matrix too, except that overly long sex scene part.
And like when he restarts Trinity's heart, that was like the cheesiest, terrible CG where he like reaches and he's like, whoa.
I'm in the minority here. I don't dislike the sequels. I can't say they're awesome, but I don't dislike them.
Yeah, I watched the second one a bunch of times. The third one, I have not.
I mean, at least with the second one, you're like, well, where are they going with this? And then when the third one came out, you're like, I don't like where they went with this.
Well, they're like, oh, they didn't know either.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Well, yeah, I think that'll wrap it for this evening. Yeah, again, like with Lunar New Year, Chinese New Year, whatever you want to call it, we're shy on news. I do want some feedback, whether you guys like the streaming or not. Matt, I think you're planning on doing some streaming soon.
I hope so. I got to get the hardware set up. I've been playing the shit out of Hades, so I might as well have other people watch me do it.
So,
I put reviews on my channel. I might just hijack this channel for him.
You could. I mean, like that's the thing is we do need extra content. So if you want to toss some reviews up on.
Ask these people, what do they want? What do you, the figure action crowd, want? Aside from more figures from Nate Toys and Collectibles, who will get that to you quick, perfectly packed at reasonable prices.
Do you guys want some like haul unboxings, or do you want reviews?
Having a sale on Mezco toys, by the way.
I saw something there about Mezco John Wick. So, be sure to let us know. Again, in the couple coming away, I think next week we'll announce a T-shirt giveaway, and we'll give one away at the beginning of March. So stay tuned for that. So get yourself a figure action T-shirt of your design.
Nate's supposed to be giving away some toys.
Yep, Nate's going to be giving away some toys. We'll hash that out. We'll figure out how we're going to be giving those away. I know we've been hyping it for a minute here.
Here's my suggestion for that. Why don't we get Nate on for an episode and he can talk about it?
I think so. I think that's. I think that would be a good plan. I know we've got Tech Chucker next week.
Ooh, why didn't you tell me?
So, yeah,
we do.
I thought he was next week.
Well, we didn't schedule it.
That all sounds like behind-the-scenes conversation.
It sounds like we'll take it offline. Anyway, hope everybody has a great night, great weekend. It's been great being with you. It's been great hanging with you, and we'll see you all next week. Sportimus says, just don't have Paul. Well, Paul's been on the show all night.
In spirit.
In spirit. We'll see you all next week. Like, share, comment, subscribe.
Hit that bell.